Hi all. So I've got arm quickie today, and I've got Vibe Squad in the background. I do not own the rights to this music. It is on Spotify. It is called Joyful Noise. We're just gonna do some basic arms. Y'all have some good combos in there in the channel to learn if you want to go do some hand stuff. But today I wanted to talk about our snake arm and those patterns that follow along the skeleton from top to bottom and bottom to top. And really mostly top to bottom actually. Well, actually both, right? Because here's what we do. So find your stance or sit down if you want to. Either way, shake it out a little bit here and really let your arms dangle for a moment. And then I just want to invite you to circle your arms down and side and up. Just to move the shoulder joint. If you want to drop down, you can. It's less work on the joints. You use your waist and change your direction. Okay, and so we got some sunlight coming through there. That's magical. All right, rolling the shoulders. I'm doing them one at a time, as you can see. Both the other way. For some reason, I'm feeling like swaying my body, so I'm just doing it. If you didn't warm up yet, I'm just throwing a couple things in there. How about your head and your upper spine? A couple circles there. Nice and big to really stretch through it. Keep your shoulders lowered. My knees are bent because it feels good to me. Just loving that, but also let's kick back on the nature's disco ball for the moment. Love it. Yeah, I changed the direction. I don't know if I said that out loud. I'm going to open the legs about shoulder width, and I'm going to do a couple of hip circles if I'm standing, and if you have chosen to be seated right now, because this is an arm video, I want to invite you to go ahead and stretch with your hands a bit. I'm focused in when I do this kind of stretch on keeping my shoulder down and keeping my fingers down so the heel does the stretch. If this is too much of a multitask, you don't have to do it while you're standing, but I wanted to show that for those of you that might be watching this seated. And then I rotate it. And again, pressing out from the wrist area and keeping the shoulder down. I'm going to go ahead and circle my hips the other way. Ooh, I had like a little put on the brakes. And when you do a backwards or other way stretch here where your palm is facing your body, it can be really nice to draw the fingers in and out. Let's go ahead and do that on both. For some forearm, bring the fingers up and in. Out, up, out, in, out, out. Little circles. If you're seated, go ahead and lift those feet off the ground and rotate the feet and hands together like a little spider. And if you're standing, just do one foot at a time. Rotate your foot around, get some stretching in. Nice big horse breath, relax your face. Hey, this is my warm-up for life, so I don't ever feel like this is like not a great idea to throw out there. It's just a quick little like circle those joints, stretch those hands and feet. Get the tension out of the face, head, and neck. All right, we're here for arms. So I wanted to talk today about the elbows. I'm going to keep an eye on the time here. I don't want to go much past like about a 10-11 minute sit today because I promised you a quickie, some short bursts of things that feel good and work out. So right now I'm flexing my elbows out. I'm keeping my shoulders down. So right, remember we were saying we we're going to talk about the skeleton going in order. So I've got my shoulders, my elbows, my wrists, and my fingers is what I'm talking about here. So if I say shoulders toward the sky and then elbows toward the sky, and I start to let my shoulders drop when the elbows go up, and then the wrists go up toward the sky and my shoulders have dropped a little bit more, and then the fingers go up toward the sky and my shoulders are really just in gravity and neutral there. And so what I kind of like to do is lift them back up just a little bit when the fingertips go up, so you can then do a drop and go back towards the earth and really flex the shoulder blades. So shoulders down toward the earth, elbows down toward the earth, right? And it's all kind of floating because it's all attached. But who's leading? Wrists are leading, and then the fingertips are leading down towards the earth. And then back up toward the sky. So we got sky, shoulders, elbows. Who's leading? Wrists, fingertips, and shoulders. Elbows, wrists, fingertips. And that last little shoulder, elbow, the shoulder is kind of like a little shrug, right? So you can do it as big or small as you want. You can not even include the shoulders if you don't like how it looks. Okay, so let's go up toward the sky and down toward the earth. And if you want to add like a little lunge in it there, just to add some movement, just going side to side right now. You could lift your heels, bend your knees. The music's kind of begging for that, kind of with that wow. So we can go in front and back. So then I'm not really doing as much shoulder, but I am starting to lead shoulder, elbow. It's almost like my shoulder and my torso go together. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingertips, shoulder, elbow, wrist toward the back. I can do it with my arms up. It's more like it's kind of closing and opening. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers, shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers. I don't have to move my torso. It's just really fun. But, you know, it's a different workout not to as well. So you can decide. I would say it's a little bit more intense to stand still, and you really want to have a good stance for yourself where you're in mountain pose or you're in a nice lunge, your legs are engaged, things are feeling intense. And if that feels like a little bit too much, get a sturdy base and let your torso waver a little bit, lifting the arms up where you're doing, you know, the balloon guy at the used car lot, right? But I'm doing just the arms because this is an arm and upper shoulder workout. Shoulder, elbow, wrist. It's more elbow, wrist, fingertips on this position. But I put the shoulders in the vocabulary, in the conversation, because let's let it hang. Because they're a part of this limb and they are the initiation points. Just a couple more minutes on this subject. So let's go back to this position out to the side, and we'll do one up and one down. So just think about that diagonal line as you say. Just leave the arms kind of out to the side right at the heart level, like where you're really more of a solar plexus kind of spot is what I'm demonstrating here. Shoulders, do a diagonal, one goes up and one goes down. Keep that vibe going. Elbows, wrists, fingers, shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers, shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers. Make the distance shorter. If you like moving your body, You just lunge right now. Make the distance even shorter. Up to down, diagonal. I'm doing 1, 2, 3, 4, shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingertip, shoulder, elbow, wrist. Make the distance even shorter. Keep that thumb in line with the hand so it's not wandering down. Shoulder, elbow, wrist, finger, shoulder, elbow, wrist. Maybe you want to lift your heels and drop your knees. Drop your heels, straighten the legs. It's hard not to do a tuck seam at this small size. Let your arms hang. Good, we're coming right up to 11 minutes. Perfect. Stay tuned. You rotate your forearms here just to work your elbows a little bit. And rotate your wrists your hands just to lubricate the joints of your wrists a little bit. And then you can rotate the arms just a little bit here. Lubricate those shoulder joints. Hands to the shoulders, fingers in front, thumbs in back. Inhale forward, keep those ribs tucked in. Exhale, make a circle. Thank you for tuning in. Horse breath your way. If you want to stick around and do a little more practicing today, I encourage you to keep going. And if not, you did 10 minutes, 11 minutes. So actually, now we're at almost 12, so we might as well just go ahead for 12. Go ahead for 12. Keep on going. Keep on going for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2. See you next time.